Phil, first of all, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
That was a wild one. I just want to ask, first of all, you had the first half, you're down 2-0.
Yeah.
Seemed like there's a lot of visible frustration, understandably. Must have been a hell of a halftime speech. What was that like in the locker room for them to come out with such vibrancy?
Yeah, no, I mean, the halftime speech wasn't, we just needed to do a couple of tactical adjustments. Nothing that's new to us. We knew exactly what the problem was. The spaces we were given their wing backs was too much, so adjusted a little bit. But no, for the players, they dug deep themselves. Like I said before, we're growing and we're finally starting to play together. We found our identity. And like I told them in the locker room, once you know who you are, no matter what happens, we'll get through. And they showed that today. We went down, it's the adversity that we knew we'll always face, down goals, down this, down that, but to be able to rally together, come back, massive second half, good subs that came on, and I think the biggest thing for us were the subs that came on and raised the level. This is something which we talk about all the time. This is something which we're trying to push for, and finally today I think it really showed subs coming on, taking us to the next level, and that was big for us.
Yeah, even in the second half, it started off, it felt like you guys were trying to get your footing, but then it felt like Loza took it to another level. She's done that a lot. We've talked about her energy off the bench, but what about this particular match where she gets 2 goals? Did you see the fight in her?
The fight in her has been there this last 3 weeks of training. It's just a matter of finding the right moment to get her in, and the right team, the right opposition. Loza's the type of player where she reads the game very well. She has a very high IQ. But she kind of dies out in moments in the game. So for us as a staff, it was picking the right moment to bring her on. And against the right team that plays so expansive with wing backs, we knew Loza in the middle would make a massive difference. But then for Loza, I mean, she's been hungry for goals. At training, she's scoring goals. To see her score 2 goals with her left foot was just incredible. And the biggest part, she did it at home in front of the fans. So that was massive.
The equalizing goal by Fitch, again, a lot of creation on the left side, the rebound, she's there to pounce in, but she also created in the form of the assist in the game winner.
Yeah.
Talk about her play and what she brought to the table, especially in the second half.
Yeah, Sue's a player. She's played every minute of every single game this season. She's a massive leader. She's a great voice, but she's always, like I said, our game model is built around the wingbacks. The wingbacks really dictate a lot in possession and out of possession. And so when we have that width and we're able to switch the point of attack, you can see we start to get holes, we start to get channels, things start to open up for us. It's just a matter of them capitalizing, but Sue has been training for this. We did a bunch of IDPs for the crosses, for just being on the back post and just hoping that those optimistic goals like what she got today, just being there, just showing up. So it was good to see it fall for her because it's one thing when you're always talking about it, and it's one thing when it actually happens, telling these players to be optimistic, telling them to be hopeful, keep making those runs. And if you see her, she's constantly up and down, up and down, up and down, doesn't give up. So I think it's just fitting that she gets the goal and the assist because she deserves it. She deserves it.
2 weeks ago, or about a week and a half ago, you get the win against Brooklyn. You come back, you get 2 in a row, but obviously the first half wasn't your best ball.
Yeah.
But you it felt like you saw the fight from them, that they gained the confidence from last week. What about the game against Brooklyn did you see come out in the second half tonight?
I use the term with our team, it's like a piñata, right? Like you keep banging on it, and it seems like nothing's happening, but after a while you get that little crack and then you hit it and candy just starts to fall out. So for us, I think Brooklyn was that crack in the piñata, and now you're starting to see goals are coming, confidence is coming, no matter what happens, no matter what the opposition brings, goals or not goals, we're going to score, we're going to compete. And now we're finding ways to win. So we found our identity, we know who we are, we know what we can do, and it's good to watch. And on top of it, they're playing attractive football to watch, so I'm very happy with that.
And I mean, the fan base, the people in the second half, you could feel, again, as the goals kept going, they've gained more confidence, they gained more momentum, and it was kind of a back and forth. Talk about that dynamic.
Yeah, it's crazy. The game opened up and the fans were in it, and I think that to us is the biggest thing, to hear the fans rallying behind us, giving us that go, especially at home. You talk about the 12th man and being here, they really give us that. But of course, for us, it was just a matter of, playing our game, sticking to our principles, sticking to our tactics. Things will change, personnel will change, momentum will always swing back and forth, but if we stick to our principles, we'll weather every storm and we'll capitalize when we need to, and I think we did just that.
Great. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.